All right, this is gonna be a complete cold startup video. It's completely cold. It hasn't been started in about a week or so. And so you'll see that I'll be replacing the brake master cylinder because that's leaking internally. The brake booster was replaced by a previous owner. I know it looks super rusty, but apparently some aftermarket ones don't paint them, so that's why it looks like it came out of a 60 or a 40. But let's see if it starts. So 317,000 miles, and this is August 2nd, 2025. So you'll see that as soon as you put the key in, like it knows the key's in there. Some of them don't do that. That's because the door's open. But all right, we have at least 12 volts. First startup in over a week. And then you'll see I replaced the oil pressure sending unit, so it should go up to the 3/4 level mark here in a second. So that's a very healthy oil pressure, and then slowly the temperature gauge is going to go up. And as you can see, also before I forget, the voltage goes up. So it was at about 12 or so when we started, and then it's up to about 14. So that light is going to be the oil level sensor, and that's located at the bottom of the oil pan. That's bad, but as you can see, there's plenty of oil pressure. That sensor needs to be replaced. It's a brand new OEM radiator. So as you can see, it's very, very quiet. You don't hear any lifter tick or any of that mess. The belts are smooth, they're not wobbling. And so here's the replacement parts. This is going to be an OEM brake master cylinder. Let's see if I can get it open. And this one has the level sensor on the cap. Some don't. So that's new. This is a brand new OEM. It says hose union to check valve. It's basically going to be this right here. As you can see, they crack over time. So I'm going to replace that. And then if I get time, I'm going to replace the pesky heater hose. So these are pesky heater hose, well, specifically this one. And then it has the constant torque clamps that never release pressure over time, and it's very thick. And these go to like the heater hoses and the other hoses associated with the pesky heater hose. I'm hoping to replace that too. I want to pull the car out now and show you the inside. It's very dirty though. I want to show you a quick video of the outside. So like I said, it was repainted 2022. I haven't washed it for a while. And that's not rust, that's stain. Some dirt. But this is the outside. Everything's very straight. I'm gonna go back and replace these, the seals that were here with the OEM ones. So it'll be flush. I'm gonna make some minor adjustments and then replace the rubber here. And it should go all the way down. And I didn't use any tape when I replaced these panels. There's no double-sided tape or any of that. It's all factory hardware. The little plastic bits alone cost close to $200 when I was all said and done, because I replaced them all. Because I didn't trust any shop to do it properly, so I just wanted to learn and do it the right way. So there's no tape on this. This is really the only flaw. So when I took it to replace this tire at Discount Tire, they used this hole to access the lever to unwind this, and then they, I guess, torqued it the wrong way, and then the rod hit this, and so that's why there's a chip there. All the glass is original except the front windshield, and the way I can prove that is I rolled this window up. This is the VIN. The last four are 4157. 4157. $4157. $4157. Even the rear is original. 4157. This was removed during painting. All the windows except the doors were removed during painting. They redid the seals, painted underneath the seals. There's no rust underneath the seals. There was no rust before either. And I'll show you photos if you want of the process. This one has the factory spoiler. $4157 for the cargo. $4157. $4157. The windshield is new because whenever you remove this for painting, they will almost always crack. So the windshield is new. Here's the roof. It was also painted. It has Yakima gutter bars, old school. I kept it old school just to be time period correct. They're very loud and noisy, so a lot of people don't like them, but they look right on the car if you ask me. Also want to mention that, I'll be honest, this is crooked. I installed it the wrong way because I was looking at the Lexus logo and I was trying to line it up, but if you look correctly, there's more space on this side than this side. So you can remove that and do it if you want. But also these door sills on the external side are all brand new. This is brand new. The inside is still good. I wouldn't be surprised if this was replaced by somebody. earlier on, because that looks good too, even the driver's side. It's still, there's no peeling of any kind. It doesn't bend back. It still hugs the window. Same thing with this. It's dirty again, but this still is brand new. And this was installed after painting, so underneath this is new paint. And the rear cargo has a new sill as well. And then all of this rubber is replaced. It was replaced during painting, so you can be rest assured that there's new paint underneath these sills and the rubber. New sill on this side, same thing. New rubber, new sill. The mirrors are painted. All this still looks good. It is very dirty inside. I haven't been able to clean it for a while, so I apologize. These are the really only issues. I'll let you look underneath too. Let's see. These have been reupholstered. They're dirty. There's some small cracks here, but that's all original. These are floppy, I'll be honest. You're gonna replace these, they still sell them. No tears in the seat. Oh, another big thing. I replaced the driver's side seat belt with the newer one, so it actually retracts. If you look, a lot of them, they don't retract. Albeit it's slow, but it's there's no tears in the seat belt. Really hard pressed to find LXs or Land Cruiser 80s with good seat belts, and the driver's side, the passenger side is still good. So these are some like coffee stains here. I'm gonna try to vacuum it out and hopefully do a little bit of shampooing. There's a big dog crate in the back, but this is a WeatherTech format. And then I'm gonna move this aside so you can see the seats. This is the back of it, and these seats look new. This is factory leather. So I'll be honest, I like this factory leather better than the reupholstered stuff, but I couldn't find any good conditioned seats. But it just needs a little bit of cleaning, maybe some conditioning, but there's no cracks. And I'll show you the other side as well. Same thing here, no cracks. The cargo webbing is still there. I keep floor mats on this, but I don't have any kids, so there's no reason for the third or second row to ever be used. And I kept the third rows in there because I don't want to ever lose them. They're like in perfect condition too, even better than the second row, I'd say. This carpet is still good. There's a little bit of stains here and there, but underneath this is pretty good. It's just dirty. Everything is here. The toolbox stuff is here. Toolbox. Nope. Jack. I want to say it's a toolbox, the little factory stuff. I'll do with that in a second. Sunroof. Let's look at the sunroof. Oh, the headliner is still good. It's not sagging. Oops. Everything still works. There's not going to be any rust on here. All that is clean. The glove box, it needs that little lever to keep it from falling, but it's there. And all the locks are, you know, the same key. All right, we're gonna go underneath. There's not gonna be any rust underneath. Yeah, there's a little bit of grease, but there's no rust. Like, you might see some reddish color, but most of that is just going to be dirt. There's some red dirt in North Texas every once in a while, but I mean, it even still has the factory guard, splash guard. Another splash guard is still there. Here's the same VIN number. This VIN number is the same one on the glass. FZJ 800184157. There's no rust there. I have the factory mud guards I have sitting here. Or I guess it's not a mud guard, it's a the piece that finishes that. The back does have mud flaps. So here's the frame, and this is the exhaust. There's no rust on any of this stuff. Here's the transmission cross member. That is going to be red dirt. Actually, then I pressed the button. So this is red dirt. This is not rust. Hopefully you can see that, but this is just dirt from North Texas. So this car came from, I did like most of its life in Midland, Texas, which is basically desert, Texas desert. No rust here. I'm gonna go to the back. No rust on any of this stuff. I think you're going to be hard pressed to find another 80 in this rust-free condition. I know it has a lot of miles, but there's no rust. So I've been rotating these tires out. They're in good condition. and the spare is the same. The suspension, this is going to be Bilstein, like OEM replacements. I believe they're 5100s. They're still in good condition. The springs are factory LX450, so they actually sit lower than the Land Cruiser 80 factory, which, in my opinion, is not a bad thing, unless you're off-roading. It's more stable, if you ask me. I did want to mention before I forget, this window has been, the power has been disconnected from it because it's been coming off the rails every once in a while. If you roll down the windows, it'll come off the rails. So I just propped it up. It's not going to go anywhere. And I disconnected the power until I can find some time to put it back on the window regulator. I'll show you underneath this. Not hiding anything. It's a little dirty, but I'm gonna try to clean it up. This is like coffee stains. But as you can see here, it looks like someone always had a mat on it because this is not worn down at all. And it still grips. And that's factory. There's no like wear down here either. It's just dirty. So usually I drive this or the Tacoma, but there's a little bit of cracks, but I've seen worse on the steering wheel. It's always been garage crept, so it's not too bad. There's no cracks on the dash either. It's dirty. So I pulled it back into the garage, and I want to show you how smooth this runs. Idle's pretty dang smooth. I'm gonna turn the AC on. And the idle's still smooth. I'm gonna turn it off. You know, it adjusts and compensates appropriately. It doesn't bounce around. And then look how smooth this motor is. Very healthy. If you ask me, the fuel system has been replaced, so that's why it's so smooth. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, here the radio works. You'll see that the
and she looked up and she was like,
the little antenna goes up. You can still adjust it with this thing.
And Mom was like, what happened? You know, just
it doesn't go all the way up because it like bends.
And then, in retrospect,
but it works.
I'm this older sister. Yes, I'm her protector.
And then
And
when I
at the
turn
same
it off,
time, I was like this coolest kid in
it goes back down. So everything works. And I'll show you it's going back up. And it does not leak. Good luck finding one that doesn't leak. So yeah, that's it.